Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Del Mar Racetrack here on opening day. It is Friday, the 18th of July, 2025. I'm going to look at the featured eighth race from Del Mar, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Join me tomorrow for my Haskell preview, and throughout the summer for some more previews from Del Mar. But we're going to look at the eighth race here on opening day, the traditional feature race of opening day. It is the Oceanside Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, race for 3-year-olds here. Field 10 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. Going to take the number 5 horse here, Artelas as a top selection. 5-3-8-1 in the superfecta. 5-3-8-1 super. Top selection of 5 horse Artelas. This 3-year-old colt by Catalina Cruiser. Jeff Mullins trains. Juan Hernandez gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently on the 11th of May at Santino, 1 mile in the Cinema Stakes, and he finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths that day. And he sat back early. He never was really comfortable from the inside, and he had a bit of a bumpy stretch run, which probably cost him a better place. I don't think he was going to win, but it cost him a better place. It wasn't his day to win. I think refreshing to this turf course, a little bit better mid-pack poster, which is suitable on this turf course. I think he could find the trip to win. He ran 2 back in the John Shear Stakes at Santino, 6.5 down the hill, 6th of April, and he finished 3rd by half length. He had good pace to close up into. He sat back early. He moved his way well into the race late. He just missed. I didn't think it was a half bad race in the feet that day. And then the Eddie Logan right after Christmas at Santino over the mile on the turf course, won by a neck from a tracking trip. He really came home clear. I thought that was a very impressive run. And then the thoroughbred after Caroline Stakes here at Del Mar, 1 mile on British Cup weekend. That's the kind of trip he had, was basically the kind of trip that you don't want on this turf course. He was drawn 12 or 14. Position is the key on this turf course. Post position. You need to be drawn low, and you have to have some luck going a mile here. He finished 8th by 13.5 lengths. He had to steady a few times. He was wide, and he just really couldn't get through late. It wasn't his day to win. Prior to that, he was drifting in the Zuma Beach, which cost him the victory. He had actually placed in 3rd that day, but he was won twice in this turf course. Broke his maiden going 5/8 as a 2-year-old here quite impressively in August. Came back to win the Del Mar Juvenile Turf quite impressively at 7.5 to 1. I think refreshing here at 4 to 1. He could get a piece of it. I think the 3 horse Iron Mount Cow for Phil Diamato and Antonio Frazu could win also. He ran most recently in the American Turf, where he had a decent 6th place finish by 4.5 lengths that day, where he moved a little bit late, but he still needs something more from where he was drawn. I thought prior to that, he ran terrifically in the Brewers Cup Juvenile Turf at here at Del Mar over the mile, where he finished 2nd by a neck. He had a great trip that day. He was a little bit wide, and he closed up well behind Henry Massier, who had the next start winner. But this horse, not a bad race again in defeat, and then placed 1st in the Zuma Beach because because Artelas was coming out on this horse. This horse, put on a show that day. Very, very good run for him. He probably would have won if Artelas didn't come out on him. He was a winner here in September, quite impressively. Also, he likes his turf course. 9 to 5 wouldn't surprise me, and it wouldn't surprise me with 8 horse Day and Age for Dick Mandel and Mike Smith wins. Also, he's stepping up some class, but his last 2 on turf, they finally got the winning check for him, and that seems like that's the thing he wants to do. I think coming back here to the turf today, I'm going to give him a shot 6 to 1 in this very wide open feature. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Del Mar now, it is the Oceanside. We're going to take the number 5 horse Artelas and give kudos to the 3 horse Armand Cal and the 8 horse Day and Age. 5-3-8-1 super, 5-3-8 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.